Delving deeper into Hollywood's past, we unveil the lives of 25 notorious figures, consumed by unbridled desires and scandalous escapades. Prepare to witness the darkest tales of these individuals, as we uncover their insatiable appetites and reckless behaviors behind the glamour of the silver screen. Brace yourself for a journey through the twisted paths of these infamous sex maniacs, whose legacies are marred by indulgence and excess. Get ready for a roller coaster ride through the sordid history of Hollywood's most notorious figures, where the boundary between fame and infamy blurs into a chaotic whirlwind of scandal and sensation. Following the 2005 trial that acquitted Michael Jackson of sexual abuse allegations, the king of pop continued to face accusations that lingered like a shadow. In 1993, Evan Chandler accused Jackson of sexually abusing his 13-year-old son, resulting in a reported $20 million settlement in 1994. The most significant blow to Jackson's reputation came in November 2003 when he was arrested for child abuse, stemming from claims made by 13-year-old cancer patient Gavin Arvizo. A documentary by British journalist Martin Bashir, in which Jackson spoke about sharing his bed with children, added fuel to the fire. The trial that followed, known as the Trial of the Century, concluded in June 2005, with Jackson being cleared of all charges. In 2013, 4 years after his death, Wade Robson accused Jackson of molesting him. The controversy surrounding Jackson's personal life continues to raise questions about his innocence to this day. Before his political career, Ronald Reagan was accused of predatory behavior towards women. Delve into the dark secrets of this actor turned president. Before he became POTUS, Reagan was an actor who was reportedly abusive and predatory toward women. Actress Celine Walters claimed that in the 1950s Reagan raped her, reportedly telling people of their encounter, "I opened the door. It was the battle of the couch. I was fighting him. I didn't want him to make love to me. He's a very big man, and he just had his way." Date rape. No, God, no. That's Kelly's phrase. I didn't have a chance to have a date with him. Actress Piper Laurie also claimed in her memoir that Reagan took her virginity when she was 18, and he was 39 when he played her father in a movie. Was fairly simple. A lot of people think they're born better than others. I'm trying to prove it's the way you're raised that counts. Clark Gable, a Hollywood heartthrob turned alleged perpetrator, has a legacy marred by accusations of date rape and scandalous affairs. Despite these controversies, he remains one of Hollywood's original heartthrobs. Gable's reported date rape of actress Loretta Young when she was 23, while he was married to another woman, shocked the public. He managed to hide the affair, pregnancy, and birth of their daughter from the public for over a year. Young's decision to have her daughter in secret, surrender her to an orphanage, and later adopt her back as a toddler was a reflection of the times. Young went on to marry Tom Lewis and have 2 sons, with Judy Lewis becoming the adopted daughter. Shockingly, Young did not realize she had been date raped until she was 85, as she was not familiar with the term. In a tale of tragedy and scandal, Arbuckle's career was destroyed by accusations of rape and murder. Explore the shocking events that rocked Hollywood's golden age. Popular comedian Fatty Arbuckle was acquitted of charges stemming from the death of actress Virginia Rappe after a hotel party, during which Arbuckle reportedly violently abused and raped her, suffering brutal injuries including a ruptured bladder. Rappe died in the hospital 3 days later. Though the newspapers of the day reveled in the gory rumored details, juries found little evidence that Arbuckle was in any way connected with her death. But his reputation suffered greatly. After Rappe's death, the public reaction to Arbuckle was fierce, making him a symbol of Hollywood's immorality. Movie houses across the country almost immediately stopped showing Arbuckle's movies. The public was angry, using Arbuckle as a target. Errol Flynn, the swashbuckling hero of the silver screen, faced accusations of statutory rape in late 1942. 2 17-year-old girls, Betty Hansen and Peggy Satterley, separately accused Flynn at a Bel Air home and on his yacht Sirocco. The scandal garnered immense press attention, leading to public protests from many of Flynn's fans, including the American Boys Club for the defense of Errol Flynn. The trial in late January and early February 1943 saw Flynn's attorney impugning the accuser's character and morals, alleging their involvement in affairs and illegal activities. Despite being acquitted, the trial's coverage damaged Flynn's romantic leading player image. Flynn's troubled personal life and legal entanglements left a lasting mark on his Hollywood legacy. Flynn's charismatic yet controversial nature continued to captivate and intrigue audiences, reflecting the complexities of a Hollywood star's life. Geoffrey Rush, the Australian actor, faced accusations of sexual misconduct by Yale Stone in December 2018. Stone alleged Rush mistreated her during their work together on The Diary of a Madman theater production in Sydney. The Orange is the New Black actress claimed Rush sent inappropriate text messages, touched her sensually at an award show, and spied on her using a mirror while she showered at the theater. Rush denied the claims, stating they were taken out of context, and expressed regret if he had caused any distress. Despite the allegations, Rush maintained that his intentions were never to harm Stone. Alfred Hitchcock, the mastermind behind Hollywood classics like Psycho and The Birds, has a dark side that has come to light. Reports have revealed his inappropriate sexual advances towards female stars, including Tippi Hedren. She recounted feeling uncomfortable with Hitchcock's advances, stating that she had never experienced anything like it before. Despite her clear lack of interest, Hitchcock persisted, even threatening to ruin her career when she refused him. Hedren's bravery in speaking out against such behavior is commendable, and echoes the importance of women standing up for themselves. It is a sobering reminder of the darker side that can be hidden behind the glamour of Hollywood. Louise Brooks had an extraordinarily brief, but impactful film career. She hated Hollywood, seeking instead to build a haven as this Pop Matters piece member puts it out of sex books, and Jen Brooks did, however, like to have a good time. She left her first husband, director Eddie Sutherland, after she fell in love with George Preston Marshall, owner of the Washington Redskins. She then left Marshall to marry someone else, whom she then left after less than 6 months. Brooks also had many lovers, including, for a night, Greta Garbo, and frequently posed nude. It was all short-lived, though Brooks's life in film was over by the time she was 26. But though her subsequent poverty caused a lot of problems, she never really regretted leaving the limelight. Conrad Nagel, an American film, stage, television, and radio actor, was once hailed as a matinee idol and leading man of the 1920s and 1930s. However, a dark secret about him was revealed in Joan Fontaine's tell-all book, No Bed of Roses. In this book, Joan shares a harrowing story of abuse in the industry, detailing how she was raped by Conrad Nagel, an actor she was dating at the time. On page 84 of her book, Joan recounts the disturbing incident where Conrad did not give her the chance to consent, but instead forcibly took advantage of her. She describes how he unexpectedly rose from his armchair, threw back her bed covers, and committed the reprehensible act before she could protest. Joan writes that she felt as though she was surprised out of her virginity at the young age of 20. Despite the trauma she endured, Joan never publicly spoke about the rape, but the account in her book sheds light on how she was exploited at a vulnerable point in her life. Roman Polanski, a controversial figure in Hollywood history, has been at the center of one of the industry's most infamous scandals. Arrested and found guilty of raping a 13-year-old girl in 1977, he fled to Paris to evade prosecution. Despite ongoing allegations of sexual assault, Polanski has continued to live in France and Poland, avoiding extradition to the U.S. The director's disturbing comments and actions have sparked outrage, with new allegations surfacing over the years. Despite public apologies to his victim, Polanski's legacy remains tarnished by these harrowing incidents. As a key figure in the New Hollywood era, he directed acclaimed films like Rosemary's Baby and Chinatown, but his personal life has overshadowed his professional achievements. The ongoing legal battles and accusations have cast a shadow over his career and reputation, reflecting a dark chapter in Hollywood's history. After portraying the beloved dad figure on The Cosby Show, Bill Cosby's reputation took a devastating turn when numerous women accused him of sexual assault. Despite his on-screen persona, Cosby faced allegations of misconduct spanning decades. Over 50 women accused him of various offenses, leading to a trial where he was found guilty of drugging and assaulting a Temple University employee. Once revered as America's dad, Cosby's legacy was tarnished by these egregious actions and the courage of the women who came forward against him. The downfall of this once iconic figure serves as a stark reminder of how appearances can often deceive. Rob Lowe, the heartthrob of Hollywood, faced a scandal that tarnished his promising career. A sex tape involving a minor caused a stir, as it was one of the items discovered during a search of Paul Rubens' home. This tape, the first of its kind, spread widely, damaging Lowe's reputation. Despite being a part of the iconic Brat Pack in the 80s, starring in films like Young Blood and St. Elmo's Fire, Lowe's career took a hit after the leaked video. At 24, he was involved in a sexual encounter with a 16-year-old girl, recorded in a Georgia hotel room. While George's age of consent was 14, Lowe faced civil suits and community service to avoid criminal charges for the illegal recording. Despite the setback, Lowe was given multiple chances to rebuild his career. In 1959, Chuck Berry faced serious legal troubles when he was arrested for taking a 14-year-old girl named Janice Escalante across state lines for immoral purposes. This crime led to a 2-year prison sentence. While some may argue that societal norms were different at that time, Berry's later actions raised further concerns. In 1989, he was accused of installing a video camera in the women's restroom of his Missouri restaurant. The discovery of tapes from this camera in his home resulted in a suspended sentence and a settlement with 59 women who were affected. Berry's life was marked by a mix of music and controversy. He was a pioneer of rock and roll, known for hits like Johnny B. Good and Roll Over Beethoven. However, his legal issues continued, including a drug raid in 1990 at his estate in Wentzville, Missouri. Authorities suspected him of transporting cocaine, but the search revealed only a small amount of marijuana, some firearms, and a significant amount of cash. Disturbingly, they also found a large collection of pornography, including materials involving underage girls. Berry denied using cocaine but faced charges related to the underage pornography. His career was a roller coaster of highs and lows, filled with both musical achievements and troubling incidents. Despite the controversies, Berry's impact on rock and roll remained significant, and he continued to reflect on his career with a sense of disbelief at its trajectory. Woody Allen, a more contemporary example of Hollywood scandal, was accused of sexually abusing his 7-year-old adopted daughter Dylan by his then-partner Mia Farrow in 1992. The family was embroiled in an intense legal battle, with the judge in the case reportedly telling Allen that his behavior toward his daughter was grossly inappropriate. Measures were deemed necessary to protect her. Subsequently, Allen was involved in another scandal after Farrow discovered nude and sexually explicit photos of her adopted daughter Sonia Previn, who was 19 at the time. Despite the controversy, Allen and Previn began a relationship and have since married. Allen has vehemently denied any misconduct or misbehavior, stating that he didn't feel any moral dilemmas regarding his relationship with Previn. He downplayed the significance, saying it wasn't like she was his daughter. Allen dismissed ethical concerns, emphasizing that it was a fact without great moral implications. The Masterson brothers rose to fame in the early 2000s with Christopher Masterson on Malcolm in the Middle and Danny on That 70s Show. While Stephen Hyde is an icon to many, his legacy has undoubtedly been tarnished thanks to the legal snaffus of his portrayer. It began in March of 2017 when Masterson was accused of sexual assault by 3 different women. This launched a years-long investigation that culminated in 3 separate charges. Masterson pled not guilty, and the trial ended in May 2023, with the actor being found guilty of 2 of the 3 charges. He faces up to 30 years in prison, and will be officially sentenced in September 2023. It took 2 decades for Danny Masterson to be found guilty of rape. The actor, best known for his role in That 70s Show, had been convicted in May of raping 2 women back in 2003. A jury deadlocked on a 3rd count. Masterson and both victims were members of the Church of Scientology. There were allegations that the reason it took so long was that the church prevented the victims from reporting the assaults. The women claimed once they came forward, they were harassed and threatened. The church denies the allegation. Kevin Spacey's fall from grace was swift and drastic, tarnishing his once pristine reputation as a beloved and respected actor. The beginning of the end came on October 29, 2017, when Anthony Rapp accused him of sexual misconduct, sparking a cascade of similar allegations from numerous others. This led to a deluge of criminal cases and lawsuits, including one in May 2022, where Spacey faced 4 counts of sexual assault, later compounded by 7 more charges. While Spacey was ultimately found not liable in the Rapp case, a UK trial in June 2023 saw him acquitted on all counts. Recently, the 62-year-old actor was charged with 4 counts of sexual assault in the UK by 3 men, culminating in a decision announced today by the UK's prosecution service. Once a celebrity, Harvey Weinstein's name was synonymous with success in Hollywood. He co-founded the Weinstein Company and played a key role in producing iconic films like Pulp Fiction and the Oscar-winning Shakespeare in Love. However, his legacy took a dark turn with the emergence of the Me Too movement. In late 2017, multiple women, including famous actresses like Gwyneth Paltrow, Angelina Jolie, and Rose McGowan, accused Weinstein of sexual abuse. Subsequently, in May 2018, he faced multiple charges related to sexual offenses, leading to a total prison sentence of 39 years. Most recently, in December, Weinstein was sentenced to 16 years in a Los Angeles court for convictions of rape. The 70-year-old received 8 years for count 1, 6 years for count 2, and an additional 2 years for count 3, all to be served consecutively. This sentence is in addition to the 23-year term he is serving following a similar conviction in New York. Despite his not guilty pleas and denials, Weinstein's fall from grace is a stark reminder of the abuse of power in the entertainment industry. In 1995, Jenny McCarthy accused Steven Seagal of sexual misconduct, alleging he harassed her during an audition. Portia de Rossi claims Seagal unzipped his pants during an audition with her. Seagal denied these allegations and was never charged. In a January report by The Wrap, actress Regina Simons stated Seagal allegedly raped her in 1994 on the set of On Deadly Ground. Fabiola Dadis accused Seagal of groping her during a 2002 audition, filing a police report last month. Simons claims Seagal assaulted her at his house, kissing her neck and undressing her, leaving her shocked. Seagal was accused of preying on young women, exploiting his position of power in Hollywood. In 2019, a lawsuit alleged that James Franco and 2 other men sexually exploited female students at Studio 4, an acting school Franco founded in New York and Los Angeles in 2014. Franco taught acting at the school and at the collegiate level. The plaintiffs, Sarah Tyler Kaplan and Tony Gale, aimed to represent a class of over 100 former female students. They claimed the school aimed to objectify and exploit young women while bypassing California's pay-for-play regulations. The students were promised auditions for Franco's projects as paying students. A controversial class called Sex Scenes required students to audition and pay an extra $750. Tyler Kaplan expected to learn about navigating sex scenes professionally, but discovered the class focused more on nudity and performing sex scenes without complaint. Tatiana Leipel, Violet Pye, and Sarah Tyler Kaplan accused Franco of inappropriate behavior. John Travolta, a Hollywood actor, found himself entangled in a legal battle when 2 male massage therapists accused him of assault and sexual battery. The lawsuits detailed disturbing incidents that allegedly took place at the Beverly Hills Hotel and an Atlanta hotel in January 2012. Travolta's lawyers vehemently denied the claims, labeling them as complete fiction. According to court documents, Travolta was accused of groping one therapist and engaging in lewd behavior during a massage session. The second therapist also claimed to have been sexually assaulted by the star. These lawsuits have painted a dark cloud over Travolta's career, with his attorney dismissing the charges as baseless. The actor now faces a legal challenge that has cast a shadow over his reputation in Hollywood.